Yo, boys, this is the update you've been waiting for. Late 2 days, 3 hours. I started the day off with 17 divines and I played for 15 hours and I ended up with a Mageblood and 13 divines. There were no super lucky drops, everything was pretty consistent. And if you want to know how to make this much currency in one day and what build I'm playing, you can keep watching the video. My strategy to farm money was via fortresses, tier 17 maps, and I used this tree to run tier 17 maps, and I used this tree to farm the tier 17 maps to run for. So you run this tree on the Mesa tier 16, and I will show you guys the strategy. So you want 8 modded tier 16s to start off with. I have a lot of them, and you can easily get them by running a tier 17 with more maps. For example, a map like this has 160% more maps. You add a Scarab of Escalation, a Scarab of Corruption, and then you add 3 Scarabs of Multitude, and you will drop like 20 to 48 mod Mesa maps. Now, in order to get that, you should run this tree, but you should also allocate singular focus. So you spec out of 3 nodes and allocate singular focus, and you run 1 tier 17 to get 40 tier 16 maps with 8 mods. Now that you have the 8 mod maps, you can get one of those, and I just use a Scarab of Escalation and any Scarab you can find. Brines, Lineage, I even added Shaper, it really doesn't matter, like you can run anything, and you just go into the map, and you will find tier 17 fortresses. Obviously, you have to have your void stones allocated, but this is a very, I would say, consistent way of generating fortresses. I think I generate like 0.7 to 1 fortress per map. So just go blast it quickly, and you will get insanely many fortresses. Now, running the fortress itself, you just want to roll for more scarabs, and you use strongbox, ambush, discernment, and compartments. And you use the second tree to run the tier 17s. So you just skill into strong boxes and you rush the maps as quickly as possible. Don't try to stop, get a good loot filter and rush the maps as quickly as possible. Most of the money will come from yoke and the fragments themselves. So you have to be able to kill the bosses. If you're not able to kill the bosses, you make a huge loss and you should just sell the fortress if you're not able to kill the bosses. It's not worth. You can do Abomination or Citadel if you just want to farm some strong boxes, if you can't beat the boss. For getting the tier 17 maps, you want to go to the third tree, and you want to get 8% quantity, and for the strong boxes, you craft ambush. And if you follow the tree, you will be able to be self-sustaining with the ambush scarabs, so you don't need to buy any ambush scarabs, which is really nice. Another bonus tip is your town. Get your map runners ready, get your shipments ready, is very worth it. You have enough gold, so currently I'm sitting on 1.6 million, and in town I have like 400k. So it's very worth it to invest a little bit of time into town. You will get a lot of divines from there. Now let's talk about the build itself. I posted a previous video and I upgraded my gear a little bit. It's not super expensive. I would say maybe 30 to 50 divines, depending on how good you are at crafting. And this build can clear all content very easily. I did many Uber bosses, also deathless. It has a Paradoxica, and then rare ring, rare gloves, Rislata, rare boots, armor. I recombined it myself. So you combine chaos, you combine spell suppress with fist reduction, and then you craft the prefixes via Eldritch Chaos and Eldritch Exalts. Then helmet, amulet, ring, and a bright beak. These are the flasks. I did not min-max this build. The gear is still mediocre, so it's not like all tier 1. It's like, for example, this chest also has tier 6 life on it. So it's not like super min-maxed. This is how the tree looks like. I already posted it. If you're playing this build, make sure you get Runegraft or Sinistral. 10% more offhand attack speed is insane. It feels really good. These are the cluster jewels I use. And this is the timeless jewel to get second sight. These are the ascendancies. And I use this build to farm all the divines in the day. POB will be in the link below. So a quick recording of my Mercenary. It's very basic. You can get a lot more expensive with it, but I just run the dress with a vulnerability on hit. So you can curse vulnerability with the dress extra. I run Blood Price to reserve at least 8% of the life. I run Nearby Enemies Are Blinded. I Calm Spinding for 20 PDR and a Perkins. That's about it. You can get more expensive with a Gravebind or a Kingmaker or something. I don't know. there's for sure a lot of options. You can go explosion on your body armor with Gravebind. You can go rarity stacking. There's a lot of options. I just didn't bother to upgrade him further, but that's a couple of examples what you can go. The entire VOD is uploaded on twitch.tv, Aloha TFT. So if you wanna have a look at it, how I farmed all those divines, you can also have a precise look at what happened on that day. And here's a montage of getting the loot itself. Twenty, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 140, 160, 164, right? Okay.